Hello, my name is Sean Ennis from ENNIS Management, and thank you for joining me here on Mixed and Mastered, the show where we go inside the mind behind some of your favorite music. And today I'm joined by a very special guest. Why don't you share your name, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself for the listeners?
Yo, what's up, y'all? My name is Demolish Beatz. I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. I'm a music producer that's worked with a couple of artists in the industry. You probably know some, Tech N9NE, E40, Too Short, Krizz Kalico, Stevie Stone, and a couple more independent artists I worked with in the past. I make my beats on FL Studio, Dog FL Studio, and that's it.
Wow, that is an impressive discography of work. So, before we jump into the industry artists that you've been working with, how did you get your start producing?
What happened was a long time ago. I had asked my mother to give me a keyboard. Well, I'm gonna go back when I was a little kid. I asked my dad to buy me a keyboard, but I wasn't really producing. I was just trying to learn how to play music. But when I got older, when I turned like about 15 or something like that, I asked my mom to give me a Casio keyboard. So what I did was I had got me a karaoke machine, and what I did, I had take a mic and I put it up to the keyboard, and I play the melody first. And after I'm done with the melody, it would be on the first tape. Then I play the first tape back, and then I do the drums on the second tape, and then the melody and the drums will be all in one tape. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing. And then like after that, this dude named Rashad that I met back in high school, he introduced me to MTV Generator. And the guy that used to mentor me, Andrew Williams, he used to let me borrow it, and I was making beats out of that. And then another good friend of mine's named Iceberg Corey Dickinson, known as Flex 618, he said, "Hey man, you need to get off the MTV Generator. It's time to graduate. Get on this FL Studio." And I was like, "Man, I don't want to do that, man. That stuff looks complicated." He was like, "Nah, you need to do this." Like he literally forced me. So I started doing it, man, and ever since then, I've been hooked on FL Studio ever since, you know.
And what is it that you like about FL Studios?
What I love about FL Studio, man, and is the sound quality, how easy to make music. You can add VSTs, and you can do a lot of more stuff, man. Now, I don't know if you know this, you can actually do Visualizer on there, so you don't even need Adobe or any other program to like make Visualizer. You can do it all in FL Studio, man. It's crazy.
So, talk to me about some of the songs that you produced with those, headlining big name industry artists.
Yeah, no problem. The first one, I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, man. So, if we got a little time, man.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
I gotta tell you though. Okay, cool. Because this is a crazy story. I'm gonna tell you. So, when I first started working with Tech N9NE, I was ghost producing for someone, and his name was Young Fire. He's the guy that produced for a lot of stuff for Strange Music, also T-Pain, and a lot of people in the industry. Right now, I think he's making stuff for Will Smith right now. You know what I'm saying? So, one day I emailed him some beats, and he was like, "Bro, I like those beats, man. I'm gonna get them placed with Tech N9NE." I said, "All right, cool." So I was in Carbondale with my mentor. I got a phone call. He was like, "Hey, man, one of those beats got placed with Tech N9NE." And I'm like, "Oh, snap, for real?" He was like, "Yeah, man, it's on his next album that's coming out called KOD." I said, "Bet." So when KOD came out, I looked on the critics and I saw that I did Check Your Temperature. I don't know if have you ever heard of Tech N9NE? You heard his music before?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I did Check Your Temperature. And but what happened was it was a work for hire situation. So my name was on the credits, but Young Fire name was first. So nobody cares about the second man. They care about the man that's in front of the first man name. So everybody thought the Young Fire made the beat. So my brother met up with Tech N9NE, And he told him, he was like, hey, man, who made Check Your Temperature? He was like, Young Fire. He said, man, Young Fire didn't make all that beat, man. My brother did. And Check was like, what? He was like, yeah, but my brother made those beats, bro. So then, you know, one day, I talked to Young Fire, and I say, bro, my brother know Tech N9NE, bro. Like, he knows this dude, bro. Like, he could put me on any second with him, bro. He was like, all right, cool. He was brushing it off. One day, my brother got on the tour bus. He got the email from Travis O'Gwen. He gave it to me. I sent them boys 15 beats, man. 2 weeks later, I got a phone call from Travis O'Gwen and said that Tech N9NE won about 5 beats off the bat. And he said I was the first producer ever that sent them some beats, and they just bought 5 just off the jump like that. And then he bought 3 more that next following week. So he bought 8 beats for me, bro.
That is incredible. And was that the first time that you had sold beats?
Yeah, that was the first time I sold beats to them. I sold beats before, but it was my first time selling beats directly to them because I was dealing with the middleman, which is Young Fire. So when they found out about me and they started working with me, I hit up Young Fire and I'm like, hey, bro, I got some good news. He's like, what's up? I said, man, I'm working directly with Strange Music, bro. I told you my brother know Tech N9NE. He got me the placement with him, bro. So he typed, shake my head, I gotta go. And he never talked to me ever since then, man.
That is a crazy, crazy story. So now talk to me about some of the other songs that you produced for some big name artists.
Well, I already told you about Tech. So another one was E40. So Tech and E40 had a tour called the Independent Grind Tour. They came to Sargent, Illinois. And E40 was on tour with Tech at that time. And then I'm going to tell you another crazy story, too. What happened at that tour. You're going to be like, bro, you should have did that. But I saw E40. I came up to him. And I was like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm Demolish. I did some records with Tech N9NE. And E40 automatically said, here's my number. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just saying, what's up, bro? I mean, I was going to tell him, you know, I wanted to work with him, but he just gave me his number just off the rip. So I had got his number. And so, you know, after that, I started sending him some beats. He wasn't feeling something like that. So I'm like, oh, man, I'm probably sending him some he ain't really feeling. So one day, man, I decided to get up early in the morning. And I was like, this beat sound like E40 would get on. So I'm going to send him this one. So I sent it to him. I got an email back saying, hey, put this up for me. And I was like, holy shit. So then he called me, and I was like, what's up, man? He was like, nothing, man. Hey, I'm going to put this on my bonus track. And I'm like, oh, man, you going to put it on your bonus track, man? He was like, yeah, man. I was like, all right, but hey, at least I got a placement with you, bro. That's all that matters. He was like, nah, it's all good. So then after that, we ain't talked for a while. Then he called me, I think like 2 months later, and was like, hey, man, I got you a bigger situation. I'm like, what's up? He said, nah, I'm gonna put that song on Too Short, and me and Too Short album called Mom Music. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna put it on there. I was like, bro, thank you, bro, I appreciate it. So I basically, you know, made history with E40 and Too Short because they made an album together. They couldn't make an album together in the past because they was both signed to 2 big major record labels. And you know how these major record labels is, they very protective, and you know, you can't be, you know, doing collaborative artists with another person they're in competition with. So when they both became independent, you know, they made an album together called Mob Music, and I think the other one, I forgot the other one's called, because you know when E40 drops an album, he drops 2 of them in one day. You know that, right?
No,
so
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I think the other one was I forgot the other one's called, but I know I was on Mob Music and whatnot, and I did the song called Street Money. And now this is the story I'm gonna tell you who I met when I met E40. This artist, man, was there, but I was worried about E40 because I was like, man, who is this dude, man? Like, he trying to talk to me and stuff, man. Like, who is this dude? So he came up to me, he's like, you make beats? I was like, yeah, bro. And he told me who he was, and I'm like, all right, cool. I think I heard you before. You was on Tech N9NE song one time. He was like, yeah. I said, all right, cool. Guess who it was, bro?
Who?
Kendrick Lamar.
No way.
Yes, it was Kendrick Lamar, bro. It was Kendrick Lamar, man. He came up to me because he heard me talking to 40. He was like, man, what's up, man? You do beats? I was like, yeah. He's like, check me out, bro. We'll be working on something. I say, I bet. Because this how Kendrick Lamar ended up coming there. J-Rock had a hype man called MJ. And some dudes murdered him some dudes had murdered him in Cali somewhere, I think. Some dudes shot him up, so he had to have a replacement. So he had to get Kendrick. So at that time, Kendrick didn't even have a big name like that. He was just coming up. He did a song with Tech N9NE before, but it wasn't Fragile at the time. It was I Love Music on All Sixes and Seven. And like when he was on that tour with Tech, man, that year, I say that next following year, he blowed up and did Swimming Pool. And when I saw that video, I definitely slapped the shit out of myself. I really did. I said, pow! You know what I'm saying? but I still had connections with J-Rock and E40, and I told 40, you know what I'm saying, get me connected with Kendrick, if you can. If not, eventually I'll run into him, So if it's gonna happen, if it's happening. If it don't, it don't, But I believe it's gonna happen. I'm gonna work with Kendrick because I got a plan, bro. I ain't like these producers, man, that think the whole fucking world revolves around them. I'm to the point that if ain't nobody gonna hear my music, I'll pay them to do a verse to get on my song. That's as far as I'm gonna have to go. And guess what? If the label allow me to have the owner of their copyright, then I'm gonna pay them. But if the label say that I can't, use their copyright to make money off of them, they're not getting the money that I'm gonna pay them to get on my beats. Because I feel though that I don't know if you know anything about like that. I'm really into that. I'm into like publishing and royalties and stuff like that, and I know all about the music business and beats and lyrics and stuff, man. All of that is copyright, man. And every time we put out music that's not licensed or distributed, we get our copyright infringement. So, there's a chance that people could be using our stuff and be making a lot of money off of it, and we won't know because our music is not licensed. So it's very some deep stuff, man.
Absolutely, and we're gonna talk about all of that. But before we get into that, talk to me about your beat albums.
Yeah, most definitely. These beat albums, man. The first one I came out with was called Dangerously Ill. Some of those beats, that was made like 4 or 5 years ago. And I just decided to bring them back out because I sold a lot of beats to people, bro. But by them not trying to like sign contracts and learn the business, and then they was putting music out there, and I wasn't getting no publishing from it. I said, man, I'm not gonna let these beats sit. If I got a distribution deal now, I can put these beats out. People ain't got to buy the exclusive rights to them, but they can still download them and listen to them and maybe do a little rap to them, a little non-profit. So that's what made me came out with the first one. Then the second one, I had a what is that called when you playing something for an album? What is that called?
Listening party?
Conception. Conception. If that's the right word to say.
I think so.
Yeah. So when I brought out the second one, Invaded, I had something for that. I wanted to make a beat album called Invaded. So most of the tracks was kind of like some dark sorrow stuff, but it was still good. It's the cover of a guy with a hoodie on, with a mask on, look like he about to break in somebody's house. But that's how I feel when people hear my music, that I'm invaded in their house. Just like Tech N9NE made a song called I'm breaking into people's houses. That's how I feel when people hear my music. When they play my beats in their house, like I feel though that I'm breaking into their house and they playing some music that shouldn't be played because I'm not in the majors. You got to think about it. When you're not in the majors, man, like it's hard to get in people's houses, bro. To have people to play your music, you got to push yourself, and that was the concept. That was the word concept. That was the concept for me to make that album. Then the third one I brought out called Who Made Them Beats. Basically I kind of switched it up, made a little more up-tempo type stuff. you know, the type of beats I was putting on there to make people say, damn, man, who made them beats? Because still don't know who I am, even though I produce a lot for these big name artists I've produced in the past. A lot of people still don't know who the hell I am. So when I start promoting myself and get myself out there more, and then somebody start playing my beats, the first thing they're going to say is, damn, who made them beats? You know, they're like, oh, Demolish or Demo, you know what I'm saying? So that was like the concept for that.
Now talk to me about how you promote your music and your brand.
Oh, all right, this is what I do, man. I promote my music with flyers, Instagram, Facebook, and also I'm finna start paying people to share my music, bro. And I know people were like, why would you pay somebody to share your music? It's because, man, money talks. You gotta think, when somebody share your music, somebody important can see that, or somebody can see that and make you money, or give you an opportunity. Because I see a lot of rappers be on Facebook, and they talk so much shit. They be like, oh, you don't want to share my music, unfriend me, or this and this and that. Like, first of all, you can't force somebody to share your music if they don't like the shit, man. Let's keep it a buck. If they like it, they gonna share it. You can't force nobody to share it. And I have the brains to know you can't force somebody to share your music. So what makes somebody gonna share your music? You gotta pay them. You gotta pay them, man. Pay them the $10, $20 to share it for a couple of days, and you know they'll do it. And then they share it to their people. People will see it. And I'm like, oh, this is dope. I like this. The next thing you know, you get an opportunity, or you get more royalties in publishing, or you get a beat sale, or any opportunity. You know, I mean, I found out about you was from a guy that bought beat from me, Paul Napster, in Canada. He saw your post and he said, hey, interview my boy. That was a guy I do business with beats. So that's how it is, man. That's the main thing I'm gonna start doing, is paying people to share my music, bro.
Hey, It's great that you're willing to make that investment to yourself. And hey, shout out to my guy Paul.
Yeah, Paul, yeah. You the one to connect me to you, man. Yep.
Now, how can unsigned independent producers and artists make money without a record deal?
Well, first they got to get their music distributed. That's the main thing. I know it's DistroKid, and I know it's CD Baby. They can use, but also the most important thing, they would need to get a PRO, and the PRO is a performance rights organization. That means that they have a second income that they're missing, that they got money sitting, and ain't nobody gonna claim it until they claim it. So they basically, what it is, like when you get with a CD Baby, they're gonna automatically give you PRO, but you gotta pay extra for it. Now me, with my situation, I got a distribution deal. So all I gotta do is pay $100 to them one time, and they become my PRO, and they start getting my money that's been missing when people have been using my music and playing my music and putting it in other places. So they will have to, you know, get their music distributed. That's the must. They got to, you know, because you got to think, man, like, I know people still do the CDs and stuff like that, but this what people got to understand. You got to aim people on them phones, man. Everybody is on their phones. If you're not aiming nobody that's on their phones, man, I'm sorry, you're only going to get little out of it. You're just going to get so little. So the smartest thing to do is, like I said, get some flyers made, put every streaming platform that you're on, put a lot of flyers out, and pass them out to people without charging them a damn dime. And then once they play your music, guess who gets paid? You, because you own the copyright of that music. That's all they got to do, bro.
Absolutely. That's really smart.
When they do that, yeah, and when they do that, not only they'll get recognition, but also, you know, the algorithms like YouTube and Spotify and Google Play, like, people don't know, they love when you bring a lot of people to their platforms. Because you got to think, bro, they done made deals with these people putting ads on their platform. So when you bringing people to their company and those ads running on those platforms, we're both making money. So when they see you bringing all those people, that they're gonna push you higher in the recommendation list, in the suggestion list. So when somebody looking for, you know, beats, or if somebody looking for a certain type of style or something like that, you'll be recommended faster because you didn't bring a lot of people to put you on. And a lot of people don't understand that. The algorithm is something else, bro. And man, if you do that, I'm telling you.
Now, what's a common mistake that you hear some producers making?
A lot, man. To be honest, I don't care how much money they make off their beats or how much they selling their beats for. I think the common mistake is when they think they should charge a lot of money for an advance. So there's producers be like, you know, I'm gonna charge him $500 or $1,000, you know, for this beat. It gotta make sense for them to charge that person that much. Like, prime example, when Tech N9NE bought those beats for me, I think he paid me like $2,500 altogether for those beats. So when I got my mechanical royalty check, guess what got subtracted? My mechanical royalty check. I was supposed to get $8,000, but I ended up getting $6,000 because he recouped the $2,500 he gave me for those beats. You get what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with an artist that's like, you know, like Tech, or somebody that's like in the, like, you know, like in the major mid-range, I guess. I know they don't sound right, but pretty much Tech N9NE is like a mid-tier artist. He's not like the top tier like Jay-Z and Eminem. Because then I'm gonna get to that point when I'm finna say, when it comes to people like him, you know, you can charge $500 or $1,000. You can't charge that man no 10 and 20 grand. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, he's gonna recoup it back. Now, here comes Eminem or Jay-Z. You know Eminem and Jay-Z is gonna get billions of streams. I'm not charging them a damn thing in advance. I'm gonna say I'm gonna this in mechanical royalties and I'm gonna this in publishing. That's what I want. Go ahead. We can sign a gracious license. You know what a gracious license, that means that you're giving them the beat for free, but you still got terms on there what they supposed to pay. But see, I heard Jay-Z like to pay people a lot of money in advance, and it's the reason why he likes to pay people a lot of money in advance, so he can make his money and your money back. Think about it. If Jay-Z's paying $100,000 for a beat, oh, he's gonna make about $500,000 off of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna make that off you. That's why they pay us in advance. You know what I'm saying? So then when we sell beats to little artists that don't have a big name like that, you know, let's say if a person came up to me and say, hey, Demolish, I'm an upcoming artist, you know, how much you charge for an exclusive? You know, I can say $150 to $1,000, you know, but then I have to be more realistic. They don't got no labels behind them. So what I did, I came up with a thing called the unlimited license. And the unlimited license means that they can take my beat and make the mechanical royalties and the publishing off of it, but I still can have the rights to it and resell it. Because the reason why I can do that, because most likely I'm selling those beats that's coming off my beat album. It's already licensed. You know what I'm saying? And then I have to, you know, go and tell my distributors that, hey, this person got the license to this to make money off this beat. I'm gonna sell them beats that nobody ain't never heard of. So that's when, you know, I have to send them beats to their email, and then they say, all right, Demolish, you know, I can pay $150 or I can pay $500, I can pay $1,000. That's my budget, and then I do that. You know, that's why I charge more in exclusives, because the beats are not licensed, and then second, nobody never heard a rap on it. So that's how I do my business, man. And I think all producers should do that. And mainly, all producers should make beat albums. Because, let's keep it a buck, man, Beats lost its value. And I'm going to tell you why Beats lost its value. It's because everybody putting their beats and giving them away on YouTube. So producers gotta get smart and say, well, I need to give me a distribution deal, or I need to get on DistroKid, or I need to get on CD Baby and make beat albums, promote it just like I said earlier, get some flyers made, pay people to share it, you know, do a little ad if you want to, or whatever you need to do to get the music out there. You need to do that. So when rappers rap on your beats, you get paid. You're gonna get paid actually 3 times. You're going to get paid for the mechanical warranties, you're going to get paid for the download sales, and you're going to get paid for the performance royalties. Then if it gets placed on a movie, you know, or if it gets placed on a YouTube big channel, then that's sync license right there. You get paid for people just taking your music and putting it in all these different places, man. And a lot of producers don't know that. I mean, you got like big name producers that don't even know this stuff. Like they rather just, you know, co-produce with another producer and think that that's how they supposed to make it, and it's not like that. You gotta get distribution, man, and make beat albums. And then that's another thing, you know, with these websites like BeatStars and Urban and stuff like that. That stuff is all cool and all, but I don't even use those no more. I'd rather just do distribution, man. I get paid for people playing my music. I ain't gonna say I get paid a lot of money, because I'd be lying if I say if I do. But the more people that I'm bringing into, I'm gonna get paid more money. So when you bring people to these Urbeats or to these BeatStars and then they playing your music, you're not getting paid from it, because guess what? They don't license music. They don't. But when you license your music to a distributor, man, you're gonna get hella money off those plays if you build up your clientele fan base. So just imagine if a YouTube producer, like the top YouTube producer, gets like 2.3 million plays. So just imagine if those beats was licensed, man. You know how many people is using those beats? Like, man, you can't imagine. Like, it's crazy. So, man, they'll be getting publishing off the rip like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And what made me get involved in publishing and doing royalties for my beats and stuff, I'll never forget when I called BMI and I said, how do you register beats on BMI? And she, because I said I got a beat on YouTube and I'm not getting paid from it. It's been, 9 months. She said, did you upload it directly on YouTube? And I said, yeah. She said, you're not going to get a dime, sir. You got to go through CD Baby, the PRO situation. I hung up that phone and immediately got on there, and I ain't been right ever since, bro. I've been telling everybody about this, bro. Like, I'm addicted to telling everybody about how important to license your music, bro. Because a lot of people don't know this, man. When you put your music on YouTube or these SoundClouds, you gotta accept these agreements. And the problem with these people, they don't read it. So 9 times out of 10, they own some of your music. That's why I couldn't get my music licensed, because YouTube owns some of my music. Until I get it licensed, and then it's taken away from them, then it's on their shit. Why you think when you go on YouTube, it's a separation between YouTube Music Topic and then a regular YouTube? It's a reason why for that.
Wow, man. Thank you so much for dropping this knowledge. This is exactly the reason why I wanted to create this show, to not only help educate producers about the business aspect, but also, the marketing and promoting aspect, and then also just give producers a chance to share their story and share their brand. Now, talk to me about some of the artists that you're currently working with.
A lot, man. I'm working with a lot of artists. I'm working with my brother Jason Master Booth. He got an album coming out. He's gonna kill me when he finds out I forgot the name of the album. But I'm working on his album. I was working on Stevie Stone album, but he already dropped his, so I didn't make the cut on that one. I also found a dope R&B singer in Las Vegas. Her name is Serena, I'm sorry. Her name is Serena. She gonna kill me if she find out I said her name wrong. But her name is Serena. I'm gonna be working with her as well. I'm also trying to work with a lot of artists in San Antonio, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I'm trying to work with some artists out here. And yeah, man, I'm basically just working with, you know, unsigned independent artists, and we just have our own world. You know, we don't have to depend upon nobody. Also, I'm working with my homie too, Flex 618. My homie M7, Shallow B. Man, it's a lot of people, bro. My homie EG, Easter in New York. I probably said his name wrong too, but I call him EG. I'm working with him. It's a lot of artists, bro. Like, it's a lot because I stay promoting on Instagram, so I'm working with a lot of people, bro.
And can you share your social media links and also where people can go to hear and purchase your beats?
Yes, sir. Well, as far as purchasing beats, I don't do BeatStars or Arabic. I do everything manually now. So basically, they will have to go to my Spotify, my Google Play, iTunes to hear my beats on those. So if they like a beat they don't want to rap on, you know, without using it for non-profit, if they're trying to make some money off of it, they would have to hit me up directly, the copyright owner, which is me, to pay me the license money to use my copyright to make money off of it. So as far as my beats goes, yeah, all of them on all streaming platforms.
Okay, you want to share your social media links?
And yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. My social media, Demolish Beatz on Instagram, Facebook, Demolish Beatz. That's it. Just type in Demolish Beatz, and on these platforms, I will pop up.
All right, I'd like to thank my guests for joining me today on Mixed and Mastered. As always, write your comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video.
DJ Boxerz.